How is going today?
Lois.
Come on, Dwayne.
My name's Jazz.
We're Dwayne and Jazz. Today we have for you Shazam, that movie review, and it was over this past weekend. We kind of were relaxing. So anyway,
No, not all of us. I was sick.
Oh, you were sick, man, and you see the beautiful locks. So anyway, let's get in the movie. It starts off with the main character, one of the main characters, Thaddeus Savannah, and he was in the scene and he was playing his little magic ball.
I love the magic little 8 balls.
Yeah, those were cool back in the day.
Fun. And then he was getting bullied by his big brother.
Of course.
I think what was his name?
I don't even know.
I think it rhymes.
It don't even matter.
But he was bullying him, and his dad was
letting him.
You gotta stick up for yourself.
Yeah, stop being so soft.
You need to be a man.
Right.
Or whatever like that. So that's why he's gonna keep picking on you. They didn't even try to stop it. And so then little boy was like, I'm trying to be strong one day. And then he shakes the eight ball, and then all of a sudden
this magic code
he looks up and his brother and dad are not there, and then outside of the car gets frozen, and he opens it up and he's in a different world because of like the rock eternity.
Yep, magically get transferred over there.
Got there, and then he's there with the actual wizard that has the power of Shazam.
And his name's Shazam.
Shazam. And then he said only the people that are worthy and true of heart and pure of heart could wield the power. And then there's also the 7 statues that are there, and they're kind of tempting him with the other power, which is bad power. And they're like, oh, you can get whatever you want. You know, you don't have to be weak anymore and stuff like that. And so Dad went up to the bad one, and then right before he touched it, Shazam zapped him on his hand and was like, no!
He's like, no.
No, you don't do that. And then he said, since you went to that and you got tempted very easily, you're not pure of heart, you gotta go.
Yep.
So he let him go, and he said, we turned him back in the car, and then he was like, wait, come back, I'm here.
Yep.
And he distracted the dad from driving, basically. Dad got to an accident. Dad thought he died, but he didn't. And
they fast forward to another point in time.
Present.
Not present, but Billy Batson. Like it's another time, like a few years later. Billy Batson and his mom are at a carnival. The mom loses Billy, and then Billy gets picked up by the police, and then the mom never comes back.
Which I never understood. I never understood that. 'Cause usually when parents lose their kid or lose the gripping of their kid, they usually feel that immediately. But she didn't look for him for a while until after he was there with the cops, and she decided to just let him go. But from his point of view, it just looked like he got lost, and he was trying to look for his mom, and she never came back. And she didn't.
She didn't.
Because she was a teen
mom. She was 17.
And then she saw them with the police, and she was like, you know what? Let them have them.
Because it was just a bad thing for her. I kind of understand.
I kind of didn't though.
You didn't?
I
mean, it's like all the stuff that was getting hit by her, which we'll talk, which is the end of the movie. You know, right now he meets, he's lost.
In and out of foster homes.
He's in and out of foster homes. He's trying to find his mom in present time, and he ends up using the car. Like he has this little scene, and I think it was cute. It was like the police, and he trapped him into some thrift store and used the thing so he could find his mom. And now he's at a new foster home with these other bunch of kids. Well, I can't remember all their names, but one of the most important was Freddie.
Did play, he played in It. I recognize his face. He's a little taller now. He's not as small as he was in the It movie. But he plays a disabled boy. He has to, I don't know what it's exactly called, but it's something to aid him. And he's getting bullied in school and stuff like that. So they're his new family, and some of them are welcome, some of them are some of them don't care. It's not they didn't like him. It's just oh, whatever.
And his 2 foster parents are pretty cool, and they're very open. They're very open, and so now Freddie, who's getting bullied, that these 2 jerks they try to run him over with a truck, and then blame him, saying you're gonna get this dent on my car, classic bully. I was like, who are you? So he helps Freddie, and the bullies chase him through the subway, and he gets transported to Shazam. Now before that happens, Thaddeus somehow is able to crack the code. His father and his brother, they have money. I'm assuming
go back to the
Rock of Eternity, and he gets the 7 deadly sins power, and now Shazam is weak and he can't do anything. So now he used to try to get a whole bunch of people to see if they was pure heart Shazam. With Billy, he was like, hey, you just gonna get this power. Say my name. Because I'm too weak.
He ain't got no choice.
He ain't got no choice.
Say, hey, you the last one somebody got the bad power, you gotta be it now. So hey, say Shazam.
Yeah.
He was like, do I just say it? He says, hey!
Shazam! And then he turned into Shazam and he's like, what's going on?
Yeah, he doesn't know. He's freaking out because he's older.
Yep.
And it kind of reminds me of Big. If you guys saw that movie, it's an old movie. But it kind of reminds me of that. Like where you're like still a kid trapped inside of an adult body and you're like 30, like mid-30s or whatever like that. So it's like all brand new. And it only got a little dark when Thad went to his dad's company.
After he got the power.
Yeah, after he got the bad power, went there to where the meeting was with his brother in there as well, and plus the co-workers, and then he released the powers of like the
7 deadly sins
and ate them up basically. And then he threw, before that, he threw his brother out the window. Straight savage. Just killed him and said, you know what, I don't even need sins for you. You bye. And then for his dad, he's sick.
The sins of him. And then the whole, I would hate to come to work that day because they just killed the whole entire people.
Yeah, I was like, they
there.
deserve that. They just wanted to come and get raised.
Right.
Like their projections. Like,
and so then you go to, now you switch scenes back to Billy Batson and Freddie, and they're like posting, you know, they're trying to learn what type of powers he has, and they're posting videos on YouTube.
Trying to see what he can
and they're going viral and stuff like that.
And also doing like, trying to do heroic things because they went to like a convenience store and then somebody was getting robbed and he was trying to help them. And then that was when he found out that he was bulletproof, and then he saved them. And also got like the kids, like he was trying to get beer, but then he realized that it was nasty, then got some snacks like a kid would. It was like, forget that. Let's just go ahead and get the regular stuff we want. But it's kind of like, just like during that whole movie, like maybe for like the next like 45 minutes or whatever, it's really just Billy trying to learn how to be a superhero and coping with Freddy trying to use him for cool points, basically. And he didn't want that because he's like, I'm not even a real superhero. I just got these powers. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, like he said, you wish you had these powers, and they got into a little argument. And then because of that argument, he went and shot his electricity somewhere, made a bus come down, and then he had to go save those people from that.
But thanks to that, like him being, getting viral and becoming a sensation and saving them from that, that's when Thad is, what is it, Savannah,
I don't know.
He finds him and they go toe to toe.
Yeah, start having an actual fight, like hitting each other in the air and everything. And then that's when he's like, this is real. Like, I have to fight this dude.
He's tearing him up. And then just when he's about to corner him in the mall, that's when he turns back to
a kid. So because he doesn't know it's kid form. Like, so he's like, Shazam, says it really fast, and then that way he can get away. But
unfortunately, Freddy's there, and then Freddy's been with him the whole time, supposed to be his like manager. That's what they call it, And so he noticed that he was in an interview talking to Shazam, and so he gets him. And during that time, took him home, and during that time, Billy. The kids was like, oh, we found your mom. We did some searching on our own and finally found your mom, and she's 2 miles away. She's in this apartment.
Yeah, like she's been here this whole time.
Right.
And then he goes to see her and finds out that she didn't even want him.
This is the part Jasmine hates.
He reached, man, I didn't understand. Look. How do you have a child? Okay, so he went to go look for her. He found her at her apartment. She gonna open it up. She has a boyfriend in the back or whatever. You never see him. But then he tries to reach for a hug, saying like, Mom, I finally found you. And she kind of like backs up, like she didn't want the hug. And then she tried to act like, oh, like I didn't really want you to come here. Like I don't want you to appear in my life again. And he was like, well, I thought you lost me. And she explained to him like, no, like I saw you that day when you got lost and you got rid of my hand and like you got lost. I saw you with the cops and I just decided not to go back for you, which kind of pissed me off because I'm like, how do you just abandon your child like that? Yeah, things are hard, but you try. Like you don't just give it up, say, oh, he's with the cops, bye-bye, act like he never exists. And then when he comes at your front door, you still act like he doesn't exist. She didn't want to give him a hug. I was like, oh my God. And the excuses that she had was that her parents, her boyfriend. She was like, it's not a good time right now for you to come.
The way his father, Billy's father, went to jail, and then the parents wasn't trying to help, and then that's when she like.
I say at least
gave
tried.
up. I said
gave up.
She just gave up.
I was like, oh.
So now he's like crying, and now he's going back home, and that's where Thad found Freddie. Got all the kids.
And all the kids.
Yup, and then now they deal with that whole thing. They end up at the Winter Carnival.
fighting there.
Yep.
And then they go toe to toe, and then he realizes that he has to get the sins away from the man.
Yep.
In order for him to be like a regular human again.
Mortal again. Yep.
And then that's when all of a sudden like he remembers that the Shazam dude is inside of him, and then since he has that little like spear or whatever, he could call on the power and have other people get the power as well.
And so all the kids, his new family has the power, and they're fighting the 7 deadly sins.
And they're all celebrity people too, because I remember seeing one of the dudes from what was it? It was like Riverdale or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
He was in there, and then Megan Good was in there. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? So
all of them got the powers. Now it's like 6 of them all together.
Freddie had the powers.
Freddie didn't have to be disabled anymore.
Yeah, it was nice.
And so they were all fighting the sins together, and then the last sin was inside of Thad, which was envy.
Yeah.
Because envy, I mean, is like jealousy and everything personified.
Yeah, they're like, why is
and he's the smallest one. He was like, so you're gonna be hiding inside of him.
Yeah.
And he pulled him out because like you're weak and everything.
Yeah, got him out.
Got him out. And then his powers went away, basically, and then he could just take care of him.
So they end up beating him, and then beating the demons and everything, and put him back in that little spear and put him back in the Rock of Eternity.
And then they had their own little layer now.
Yep, had their own little layer they was talking about.
And the kids like their powers too and everything.
Yeah, it was like fun to see that them try to figure out their powers and getting scared and realizing, oh, this and that. And then now we go to this. So that's the end of the movie. Yeah. Now we have the mid credit and then the post credit.
The post credit was nothing.
Yeah.
It was just like
So then the mid credit is like you see Thaddeus in jail and
he's writing
like
all the little codes for the
and trying to get back there because that's how he got to the Rock.
He's kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have the power anymore. And then there's like this little worm.
At first, I thought it was Brainiac. I
didn't know what it was. I was like, what is this?
I was like, what is that thing?
And it was speaking to
him. Come to find out, it's like one of Shazam's arch enemies, Mr. Mind. Yeah. So I was like, I really sat there and thought, oh, that's Brainiac. I was like, oh, shoot. Because it kind of sounded like him. Yeah.
Because like, I knew it had to be some type of smart,
intelligent person
worm, or whatever it is.
Right, yeah.
Like, I didn't know what it was. When you said it was what's his name?
Mastermind, but I thought it was Brainiac. At first I thought it was Brainiac.
I didn't know Shazam before this. Yeah. And then you said Mastermind. I'm like, I have no idea.
I didn't know who this was. I looked it up. I was like, who's the worm? So I had to do a little research myself because I'm not that familiar with Shazam either.
Overall, it was a bright movie. It was like a coming of age, like
for DC.
Trying to know how to be a superhero because you're not really one. Yeah. And kind of just thrown into it.
Exactly.
Instead of like some tragedy happening and then like, you're getting powers.
Oh, we almost forgot that at the end of the movie, because Freddie was like, oh, I know Shazam, and then so he comes to lunch with them.
Oh yeah.
And then in that end scene, they had Superman, but they had his head cut off because that Superman fiasco.
I'm pretty sure that was a Superman CGI dude.
Yeah, like just they cut the head off because they don't know who's gonna play Superman, and they're Warner Brothers and Henry are.
I was wondering how they're gonna show his face, but they didn't.
Yeah, I was like, so we don't know, and what you call's not playing Batman anymore.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what.
Ben Affleck is not playing Batman, so I don't know. I know Aquaman did good, and so far Shazam did good. I give Shazam 8.5 out of 10. What do you give?
I give it a 6.5.
What?
Just because it was a light movie, like, and I didn't know
we're used to that dark.
Yeah, I'm used to darkness. Like, I'm used to like dark DC, like deep connections, like stuff like that. And I didn't really feel that connected.
So you're not like it's not like the actors, because I thought the actors did well.
Were great.
I forgot the name of the man that played Shazam, but he did an excellent job.
No, the actors were great. Yeah. I'm saying I wanted it to be darker. I wanted more killing.
I think we might get darker with maybe Black Adam. Yeah. Black Adam is played by The Rock. Yeah. So I think that movie's the one you're looking for.
It's a more fun movie. Like, even though it's a Marvel movie, like Ant-Man. Ant-Man was a funner movie than the other Marvel movies. But it was still kind of like a sense of like seriousness to it. I didn't really feel a sense of seriousness to Shazam. It was just like, it's a fun, hey, kid in adult body. Like
Sheila enjoyed the part where they got thrown out the window.
I did. When they got thrown out the window, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, it's getting real. Yeah. But that was like really the only like savage part of the movie, I would say.
She wanted the whole movie to be kind of like that. And I think it was
that, and I saw Big before, so that's kind of what it was just.
Yeah, I didn't see Big. Before. Yeah. I didn't saw. you know, she's felt like there was a, you feel like there was a lot of cliches and stuff. Like you like already knew.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
And every car in this movie doesn't know how to stop. Okay, every car doesn't know how to stop for some reason. They just always hit something. So I'm just like, all right, so you just don't see it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but I did think Zachary Levi, that's Shazam. Probably, you know, look out, man. He did a great job playing the superhero, and like he's still making it feel like, oh yeah, this is a kid.
Yeah.
So you know, that's our review and what we give it. You guys comment below. Let us know what you think.
Don't forget to like, share.